So John, it's been a busy couple of days. Today we've just announced the double signing Stuart McKinstry and Connor Smith joining us permanently. What are your thoughts on that?
It's been more than a busy couple of days to get the two over the line. First and foremost, I'm absolutely delighted to get the two of them on a permanent basis. It's massive for us as a club. They're 22-year-old both, with a lot of development and huge potential, and to get them on board for that period of time, I'm delighted with. Great for them. The two of them have contributed massively over the last few weeks, and if we can get that kind of goal contributions and assists over the rest of the season, then it will certainly stand us in good stead. As I said, I'm delighted for them. Both of them work ever so hard in training. They've got really good quality, and it brings that continuity to the squad that we were looking for.
And just on that, when we spoke to them, they spoke about how well they found themselves fitting in with the rest of the squad, how well the fans have taken to them as well. How have you found them both coming in? Obviously, Connor's been here briefly before, and then Stuart obviously only signed in a short-term deal.
So obviously Connor I've worked with since he was 14-year-old, so I know the kid in and out, I know his family, I know his background, I know what he's all about. I love the way he plays the game. He's infectious when he does it. In training he's infectious as well, so that's a big one. And to get him to be our player, he's never really had a home. He's always been out on loan or somewhere else, but to give him that security of this is your home, this is where we want you to come and be vulnerable but also learn at the same time, I think that's important for him at this stage in his career, and he'll grow from that. I'm delighted with that. Stuart, I've obviously got to know over the last 6 or 7 months. He's been in here training, not so much as a trialist, but just for to try and get the love of the game back, and he's been infectious again, in a different way. He beats people in 1v1 situations. He can get people off their seat, isolating people in 1v1 in the wider area, and I'm delighted to get that over the line. That's took a wee while longer than what we thought. Obviously he was only here for a short-term deal to begin with, but to get him for 18 months again, someone that's craved a home. And when I was speaking to him, he was saying he hasn't done a pre-season in the last couple of years, so again it's a big summer for him, getting him through a pre-season, and you'll see the benefits of that next season. But between now and then we need to obviously work on him and getting him back to the full strength that got him his move to Leeds. So I'm delighted with both, and the stage they're at in their career, they've got a lot to kick on, and I'm delighted with that.
And now just obviously looking to the game tomorrow, Musselburgh Athletic here at home in the Scottish Cup. In the last round, we spoke before and after the game, we expected a tough game and that's what we got. What are you expecting tomorrow? Again,
another tough game. We spoke about it last time, as you say, after the Banks of D game, and how difficult it was going to be. Again, we have to give them respect. They're top of the league that they play in. The last 2 games have been off due to the weather conditions, so I've not been able to see them live, but we've had lots of video footage, both from Cup and League. I think the Cup was a wee bit distant, so we've been able to get recent League games, and we've been able to watch off that. They're physical, they will be. They've got good quality within their team as well, and they've got ex-pros, so we know it'll be a tough game. They're bringing a big crowd, so the atmosphere in here will be good, but our attitude and application needs to be ready and needs to be right, and see where it takes us.
And how's preparation been throughout the week? We spoke quite a lot over the last few weeks about training maybe being stop-start with some injuries. We spoke last week as well, a little bit more consistent. How's it been this week in preparation?
Yeah, training's been bright, it's been vibrant. To be honest, a lot of injuries we're beginning to see them back on the pitch, with regards to either join in training or join in parts of training, or isolating themselves in the grass themselves. So for instance, this week we've had Dylan McGowan able to do the full training week, which has been great. Kyle McDonald able to do the modified training week, but again available for tomorrow, so that makes a big difference. Stephen Bradley has been able to get through training this week. He's not been the last couple of weeks. We put him on the bench last week. It would have been a risk, whereas this week it's not so much. So Stevie's getting there, and we see Lee back on his feet now as well. That's a plus, getting Lee back. He's been out for a number of months with bone bruising and different things from the knock against Airdrie. So having him back again, just on the pitch, gives everybody a boost. The downside is Tony Gallagher. Obviously his loads went up slightly over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and he's feeling he's growing a wee bit. It's just slight, so we won't take a risk with that, because it can be longer term. But over and above that, training's not been stop-start this week with regards to numbers or training or injuries. It's been good, and it's been great to have everybody back on their feet. And as you say, the good numbers brings competition, and the competition brings good quality.
You mentioned obviously Musselburgh bringing a big crowd tomorrow. There'll be a good atmosphere in here, and that'll give their players a boost. But we need our fans to give us a boost as well. So what would your message be to them ahead of tomorrow?
Yeah, again, to get behind us, I think the club over the last few years has craved a Scottish Cup run. We've got a home tie, which we all wanted when we get through against Banks of Dee. We all wanted a home tie. So get behind us at home. And try and get us in the next round. We get your enthusiasm and courage from the side. That atmosphere drives the players. I always say that the players like to play in a noisy atmosphere. We know the away end will be noisy. I think they're bringing a lot of bus loads through. So again, we need that backing from our own supporters and let the players rise to that. We know the challenge is on the pitch, and we need to make sure that our main focus is on that. But again, I speak about it all the time, if we can come together, supporters and players, then we're a good force. We're a better force together than we are separated.
Brilliant. Cheers, John.
Cheers,
thank you.